should be streaming now. We should be streaming without question. I think we're okay. Okay. Okay, usual check there. Can everyone hear me? We should be live now. Starting a touch early tonight. Makes up for all those times I started late. Who have we got in? The Hunter, Gibby Lanes, Raven Fox, Jedi Master, Jonathan, Crib Master, Martha G, Ashley Patch. Okay, good. Hi kid, how are you? Right, I literally have no clue what I'm going to be doing while we're streaming, but I'll probably just do a bit of doodling. Then we might have a bit of a look through the recent channel comments, just to have a bit of a nose there. Hopefully there's nothing rude. Well, just that person who thinks these aren't glitches. It says it right there, mate. It's in the title. Thank you, Deja H. That's very much appreciated. Okay, so apologise for the rumbly tummy. I don't know what's up. Too many fizzy drinks, I think. Oh, good kid. I'm glad to hear that. Was it you that was in the hospital? Was it? Yes? I was chatting to someone last stream. Are you... Okay, I'm glad you're feeling better. Hi, tingly voice. Right, let's open a blank document. Come on. There we are, and we create. And now we will create a masterpiece. You missed me. New stuff every day. I don't give you time to miss me. Okay, I'm glad to hear you're getting better, Kate. Checkups can always be a bit nerve-wracking, but as long as you're on the mend. Jedi Master Fluffy, what do you think's broken? Somebody mentioned changing the colour on this, making it grey. Beam you up. You're not seeing any other comments. Try refreshing, Jedi Master. Sometimes these things can get a little buggy. Refreshing usually fixes it. Well, I've still got to hand the wrong hard drive they sent me. I've got it all packaged up with the label and everything. I've still to take it to the local sorting office to get it back to them. But that means I'll need to go a bit earlier than I like to one day. I've got to the 21st to do it, so I'm not really in a rush. Hi, Just a User, Evil Monkey. Demic. Hi, Fan Houtler. Houtler, yes. Hello, Long Halloween. Is that from the Batman comic book, or is it from something else? Okay, just gotta make sure that's working there. Excellent. Mama of 3 beautiful girl cats, are you seeing my comments? Well, I can't really say no now, can I? Hello, Ara. Open are you to receiving stories and collab suggestions in general? Wish you all the best. I'm very open to receiving story submissions. It doesn't mean I'm going to use it right away, but generally I will get to most of them. Do you have a drawing tablet? The answer to that is yes. With an exclamation point. I was answering a question, yes. Collab suggestions? Well, you can make suggestions, but I don't do a lot of collaborations. Once in a while, or sometimes I'm happy to record something to help another channel out. I'll just, what do you need? Final record it and send it to them. But I don't do a lot of collaborations. They're generally just not worth the hassle, to be honest with you. Can't see the comments moving. Frozen. All your comments are streaming great for me. So I suggest, if you're having trouble with it, guys, just refresh. I mean, if you're one of the folks that was in here before I started, maybe that's an issue. How about making longer videos instead of posting every day? Would you like a blunt answer for that one, Pete? Or would you like the diplomatic answer? Did you get yes, DMic, I did get all the wallpapering done. Got that done, got new curtains and blinds and everything up. And I think I might need to get a new lamp for my bedroom and some stuff to put on the walls. You want the blunt answer? Well, if I stopped posting every day, I should probably just go buy a rope to tie around my neck. Because the way this channel survives through the lean times is I do post every day. And when you say longer videos, what do you mean? Because my videos tend to go between 20 to 40 minutes, which I think is long enough. Didn't miss anything. 1 hour plus. Now, the fact of the matter is, I would end up just earning less money, mate. Because on a 1 hour video, I could only justify to myself putting 4 ads on it, right? Whereas if I'm doing daily videos, it's no problem putting the 3 ads. And that's how Hellfreezer makes a living. That's right, I think I was despairing during the last stream because, or was it the one before that? Because everybody was sick and in hospital and things. Well, let's have the update, Mama, of 3 beautiful cat girls. Hi, Countess Rose. Pete's not moaning, he's just asking a question, Hazel. Thanks for you, Demon. Hello. Well, my favourite subreddit to read. Well, I tend to go to the I apologise if I start coughing during this, and my throat was all burny last night. I tend to go to the TV related ones and just look on there, see what people are saying about TV shows alike. The story related ones I don't really read recreationally because that's work. Oh, they call it a hysterectomy, but it's no fun. Ooh, certainly not. Anything new on the horizon for this channel? Well, always, really. I'm always thinking of new ideas. I did float the idea briefly. Of reducing the True Scary Stories down to just 1 a week, but that didn't go down well with people, so we'll stick with 2 for now. 3, I feel like it's a concrete block in my foot. I suppose that's handy if anybody's messing with you. Hi Dexter Crow. Any movies we're excited about? There's one coming out I want to see called Yesterday. Actually, I think that's the title. Maybe I should wiki it. It's about the dude that wakes up. No, he doesn't wake up. He's in an accident. I think he gets hit by a car. And when he wakes up after that, he wakes up in a world that seems normal at first, but the Beatles never existed. So he takes credit for all the Beatles songs and becomes a superstar. There was that, and there was another one as well, but I'm completely blanking on the title. Dumbo. I don't really fancy Dumbo. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. And we'll stop singing there because we're only allowed about 9 seconds of copyrighted material now. Hazel Brown, are you married? Nope, nobody wants me. 2019 in film. I'm sure there's a film I saw a trailer for or something the other day, and I can't remember the title. Suddenly. Countess Rose. Yeah, I've been seeing people I follow on Twitter. They've had videos suddenly claimed by copyright that were absolutely fine, because apparently they dropped the allowable amount you could use. It's like if you were doing a review or something. Obviously, doing a review, you're going to show like video and sound clips. It helps. And that's generally allowed for journalistic purposes. That's pretty much your fair use right there. That's perfect fair use. And yeah, I've seen that it's apparently went from 10 seconds down to 9 seconds, and I don't know what that distinction's for, but it's caused a lot of problems for people. So, Us. Oh, I did want to see Us. Maybe that. No, I don't think that was it. Pet Cemetery. That was what it was. That'll be out soon. I was thinking of that one. I know what you're thinking. You want to go up there? Indians knew that. Why they stopped using the place? Fluffy Feathers, hi again. I don't know if you remember, but I commented before about your vids helping my intrusive thoughts. Talked to my therapist and they believe I do have OCD. I think I remember someone mentioning that not too long ago. Watching your vid when this popped up. Vicious. I feel like I can always see your pupils move as you read the comments in chat. Maybe I should close my curtains. True, we can actually sing Happy Birthday now, because it turned out it was never actually under copyright. And the people that said it was were, well, let's be generous and just say they misunderstood. Aragonica. Do you like sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and if any books, movies do you recommend? Yeah, it's pretty much the majority of the kind of entertainment stuff I like. Not all of it, but the majority. For now, killing all sci-fi, time machine, Frankenstein. Sci-fi I'd recommend. Well, beyond the obvious ones like Star Trek. Sliders, that was awesome, which they might be bringing back. Got a bit as it went on, and that's also why I kind of lost cast members, because the cast wasn't happy about the changes. Well, let's see. I'd wholeheartedly recommend the entirety of the Anno Dracula series. That's by an author called Kim Newman. Set in a world where vampirism has become kind of like the mainstream thing, and each book takes place in a different time period. Dracula's in them, but he's not really the focus. It's more about the world and the influence he has on it. Okay. There's no copyright on any classical music. Well, there is that, I suppose. Well, I suppose it depends on the composition and who's performing it. There would be a copyright on modern renditions. Whoever's playing it. Singly voiced Scotch have the best accent, hands down. Well, it depends on the Scottish person talking. Like Karen Gillan, for example, that woman's voice does things to me, and let's just leave it there. Hang on. 087. We're just chatting. We're talking about movies. Will generously say I'm drawing. I'm just kind of sketching. I've never watched Breaking Bad either, Hazel. Tried to twice, just couldn't get into it. Okay, I've got Yesterday stuck in my head now because I mentioned that film. Jedi Master Fluffy, where's the bulk of the fan base? Fan base seems to be mostly in America, then the UK, then I think Australia. Most of the English-speaking places. Then I've got a small number of individuals in various countries throughout the world. So it's pretty spread out, actually. And the gender divide kind of fluctuates up and down. I think it's slightly more male at the moment, but the last time I checked it was slightly more female, so it goes up and down, it depends. Age ranges are pretty widely spread as well. Can't be a T-Rex, has no cup. Well, let's fix that. I get to choose if I want to be a guy or a woman for my mom's wedding. Well, it's good that they're open. I'll find you by your neckbeard content. I'm not sure when the next. I did one last week, so hopefully next Sunday for the next neckbeard video. Tomorrow's Impractical Parents number 2, not part 2, number 2. Thank you, Zora. I think I missed my calling when I went into narration. Thank you, Vina. Hi, Jay. The groom. Something tells me the groom will not mind being the only guy, or actual guy, however you want to phrase it. The only biological male. Things of voice. I don't believe I've been to any lock. I probably have, I just can't remember. Mom of 3 beautiful cats. Yeah, that is you. Jay Miller, it's usually... Well, see, things people keep saying whenever I do a neckbeard video, oh, it's been ages since you did one of these. It's every 2 weeks. So I did one last week. There'll be something else this Sunday. Impractical Parents this Sunday. And more neckbeards next week. It usually takes me about that time to gather the stories anyway. Now, just be careful when you're doing a neckbeard cosplay, you don't get mistaken for a real one. Or you don't act like a real one. Okay, and thank you, Shawzy, I think. I live in Kansas, Missouri. Oh no, that's his drink. Thank you, Havoc. 10 out of 10, Dino Boy. Oh, would not asteroid. Hang on, I've got a drink here myself. Now, it's one of these things I got a while ago, and they weren't that great, but they were 4 for £1 today. It's called Monster Hydro. I think I can drink this. I can't. It's glucose powered, and I can't drink Glucosade anymore because they ruined it. Does taste better when they're only 25p each. That's alright, Shawzy, I know what you meant. I'm just poking fun. Pit break with an intent. No, that's steam coming off a cup of coffee. It's a little known fact. Dinosaurs love coffee. But not espresso. It's too strong for them. Aragonica. Yeah, I quite like red hair myself, to be honest with you. I'm quite fond of red hair. I don't have it. I mean, my hair is brown, but I like it on other people. Hold on. A neck beard and a leg beard married. Soon they'll be creating little neck beards and leg beards. Eva, what is a pound equal today? Dollars for a dollar. Usually they sell regular monsters 2 for $4.50 on Florida. The pound is... Right, I'm trying to work this out. I think it's... I'm trying to math. I think it's about 76 pence to the dollar. I know the pound is stronger than the dollar right now, at least it was. Aye, because £20 is equal to about $26. So 10 pound with 13. Yeah, so that. Tingly voice isn't a pound like $1.50. No, it used to be that. That used to be the exchange rate, but it's not exactly that now. It's. Hang on, got my tiny keyboard. Take the pen out of my mouth. That's nasty. Come on, tiny keyboard. Yeah, let's see, currency. I'd find a list. That's not how you spell that. There we go. Currency. Local currency is major. World. Oh, that's not helpful. A leaf. See, I'm on the fence with neckbeard stories. Like some of them, like the Monster Creepos, but some of them sound like. No, you see, Aleph, the thing to remember is you might find some of them who are like that now and again, but the majority of people just aren't. Some of them, they're just dicks, most of them. What really annoys me is when you get people like that who they'll use autism, they'll claim they're on the spectrum when they're not. Never been diagnosed, really no reason for them to be diagnosed, but they'll do that as an excuse. I think you find the majority of these people are just, they're just dicks. Compared to, fine, compared to the dollar, why not? There we go. Yeah, so for the euro, the pound, you're actually gonna get more. Okay, I got distracted by that there. Hello, tiny green turtles. I pay $399 for diesel today, or $399. Bye, Havoc. Thanks for stopping in. The reason I knew what 20 was off the top of my head is because there's a streamer I watch, and I always mean to say to him if he does it again, but whenever people from the UK tip him in pounds, if they make a donation to him, he charges, like, if you donate like $20, you can go on the stream, you can chat with him, that's quite a good way to make money, I guess. And he did remark at one point, "Oh, give me those euros because that's actually worth more than the dollar," because someone tipped him in euros. And he says if it was pounds, you might have to tip a little more. And I thought, hang on, that's not right. And I looked it up and I was like, no, £20 is actually $26. So if he says that to anybody again, I'll need to actually mention it if I happen to be on. Julie Abraham, that's get out of my chat. No burning brownies in my chat. Shocking behaviour. Would you consider an advice column a Dear Hellraiser thing in a joke type of way? I'm not really sure how I'd approach that, Laura. Okay, Mama, three beautiful girl cats. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I uploaded Entitled Parents yesterday, and it was absolutely fine for hours. Then I checked it the day, because you've got to keep checking your videos, and it had been flagged as being unsuitable. So I looked through it and I thought, right, any little thing that could cause a problem here is one of the links to one of the stories mentioned a daycare. It doesn't actually take place in a daycare, it's just that one of the parents was treating the place like it was. And I thought, well, maybe that somehow? So I 10URL'd it, and then I submitted it for review, and it was approved, so I guess it's okay now. Come on, there we go. Yeah, now, just to be clear, Aleph, it is true that in the Drax stories, as I mentioned, those were only partially true, and it turned out the Drac character was actually a combination of multiple people, one of whom did turn out to be on the spectrum. I'm not sure where on the spectrum, because as you say, you've worked with people like that. You know, there are some people whom you have to give a bit of leeway, a bit of slack to. Then there's people who they might be on the spectrum, but they also know what they're doing. So I'm not quite sure where Drac, in quotes, because he turned out not to be real, was on that spectrum. I'm lucky in that I don't get as many flags as some people do, because some of them are, there's lots of them. And generally I can get them approved because I'm usually pretty sure before I pick stories and before I upload stuff that that they're okay to use. I mean, sometimes I'll even pick a story and I'll when I pick it, I think that's a good story. I like that. I want to use that. Then when I'm recording it, I'm thinking, okay, there's like 8 shits in this story, and I can probably only get away with 5. So I end up not using that story, or I'll cut a few out and here and there. I think, okay, that's okay. I don't think that'll annoy anyone if I trim these out. In general, it seems okay. But yeah, certain things like cursings, you got to be aware of cursing because you can curse in stories, you just can't do it too much. And there's certain subjects I just don't want to touch at all. Night Raven, you have people like me who are socially awkward but adorable. I appreciate your confidence, Night Raven. It's a very good thing to be. Okay, I think Night Raven is flirting with Ali. If I give up chocolate for Lent. I gave up Lent for Lent a few years ago, and by God did I stick to it. Hi, Dee Dee. I don't ever see an elephant hiding a tree because they're good at it. Okay, Vina. You have to go sit in the bad joke corner now. 5 minutes. Okay, this Monster Hydro drink tastes like feet. I assume. I don't drink feet a lot. Tingly. No, that's not really an unpopular opinion. Most people don't mind the cursing. Some people like it. Every now and again, you'll get someone who they'd complain about cursing if it was just once. You know, it's, Julie Abraham, I got a new pair of gloves today, but they're both lefts, which on the one hand is great, but on the other hand, it's just not right. Alright, Julie, I want you to say 5 Hail Marys and 10 Our Fathers for that. Bye, Aragonica. Thanks for stopping in. What's his name? Billy Connolly. He has the best accent. Tingly voice. Well, English accents can actually sound very, very good cursing, depending what they are, especially if it's a posh one. Wanker sounds really good coming from a posh voice. Oh, you fucking wanker. Lovely. Jedi Master, do you have a favourite go-to curse? I tend to say monkeys a lot instead of actually swearing. Because I used to swear too much. But otherwise it's fuck. Oh, fuck Knuckles. That's a fond one of mine. I'm not snacking on anything. I've got a drink and I've got some chocolatey things there, but I haven't opened them. Monkeys. Yes, Jedi Master. Monkeys. Eva, Eva apparently wants diabetes. Oh, I do say merde sometimes when I'm swearing, which is basically just shit. Picked that up ages ago when I was younger. Probably from Star Trek. Bye, Haley Bob. Have fun grocery shopping. Bye, Lawanda. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, Fraser, do you speak another language? No, not really. I only speak a few words of Spanish. And I mean a very few words. What little I can remember from high school Spanish. Excuse me, some of us are trying to live stream, so kindly fuck off. I'll just stare that bloody thing in him if it doesn't knock off. Lord, okay, that's Latin, isn't it? No, it was the ice cream van. The tingly voices thing is that you probably speak way more Latin than you realise because a lot of words in English derive from the Latin. No, unicorn. Hang on a minute. I need to check something. Somebody's saying one of my videos was demonetized. Yep, seems fine. No, it's fine. Sometimes that happens with a video. You should get an ad on it. Sorry about that, folks. Just had to check that. Puedo hablar y escribir un poquito si necesito, pero no hablo español muy rápido. Okay. You don't speak Spanish very quickly? My Spanish is very rusty. Bitch in the corner, that's good advice. Thank you, Martha. Hi, Robbie. How's the new guitar anyway? You didn't get that too long ago, did you? Well done, Texas T. Bye, Vienna. Thanks for coming by. Did a bit of cleaning earlier. It was a futile effort. I cleaned the front door. Hellfreezer, what do you mean when you say you're a petty dabbler of the dark arts? Oh, that's my Twitter bio, isn't it? It's from the TV show Constantine. Yeah, there's a little guy in a big cup of tea. Stuck on Whiteman. What's some obscure media enjoy? Did I mention The Fiend from the 1980s? There's also Middleman. I don't know if you guys remember that. Some guy's name I can't remember. I think it was Matt something and Natalie Morales. Where they're basically superheroes, kind of, and they have to stop all these world threats. Mark Shepard was in it as well. He was actually the bad guy. One. There you go, tingly voice. Oh yes, the Hulk TV show, where he had to be David Banner because they didn't think the name Bruce was manly enough. Such silliness. Hellraiser, watch anything on Netflix or Hulu? We don't have Hulu in the UK, and I don't think we'll ever have it because at one point they had a thing on their website where I think you could sign up to be notified when they had it internationally, and that was a very long time ago. I do have Netflix. I do watch quite a bit on that. I watch Discovery Weekly. I just finished the Umbrella Academy, which was actually quite good. I quite enjoyed that. And well, I was when they were making them watching the Marvel Netflix shows. So I've only just started Daredevil season 3. Haven't watched Iron Fist season 2, and I'm probably not gonna because I don't really fancy it though. And I do watch occasional films that are up on there. In fact, there's a few I've got added to my list. You ever seen Limmy's show? I don't think I've ever heard of that, Joshua. Okay, tingly voice. Have I ever watched Peep Show? No, I haven't watched Peep Show, but I do quite like David Mitchell. No, I'm not allowed to draw any more stickmen. Oh, alright then. Joshua, I might actually know who the guy is, I just don't recognise him. Detective Pikachu, yeah, I don't really fancy that one. Although Pikachu does look very cute in it. Yeah, I did have a list of films up earlier. What do I do with it? There we are. I got so far. Saw that, quite liked that. Captain Marvel was quite good. Do want to see Us. Although I should probably, well, I don't think I need to, but I should probably watch Get Out first. That's actually on Netflix, so I might do that over the weekend. And I got to. I got to Pet Sematary. Oh, I forgot actually. There's a new Shaft film coming out, and it's got Richard Roundtree, Samuel L. Jackson, and there's a younger guy playing, I think, Samuel L. Jackson's son. So it's like a generational thing. It actually looks really good. Bye, Vienna. I'm quite fond of Earl Grey. If it's not Earl Grey, it's generally green teas that I drink. Earl Grey, I just like the flavour of it. I don't need to put anything in it. Even like a cold brewed. I keep forgetting to buy some loose leaf though to make a cold brewed. Hi, Jacob Madsen. Thanks, Joe. I'm hearing it went down quite well. I haven't actually checked the video out. I didn't even know it was up until recently. Well, I think they make a Lady Grey, which is meant to be similar to Earl Grey, but not quite as intense. I've never actually tried it though. I don't think I've tried it. Maybe I did. Because Twinings used to, when you bought certain teas of theirs, they used to give you like a sample of just kind of a random other brand in there to get you to try them. So I might have tried Lady Grey. I really can't remember. Oh, I'm really fond of my iced teas. It's just the place that was selling like the Arizona iced teas that I really like, they just don't have them anymore. Haven't had them in for a few weeks, which is annoying. Hopefully they'll get them back in. I mean, they had them for, well, I'd been buying them in there for just over a year, so hopefully they'll have them back. Bye, Jedi Master. Have a nice night at work. Ava, yeah, that's a big mug of tea with a giant tea bag and someone having a bath in the tea. See, I got a thing a while ago. I got like it's a jug with the infuser in it for making my cold brew tea, because the old one, well, I wasn't willing to use it, even though it had been cleaned and scrubbed a bit. It had been left for a while, and so I threw the old one out and I got a new one. And I just keep forgetting to buy the loose leaf tea to make it. I can make cold brew coffee because that's one of the two things you can do with it. But I prefer the tea. See, cold brew Earl Grey is actually really, really nice. Just a wee cup of that actually kind of settles my tummy a little bit as well, so if I need to. Stockard women live in the northeastern US, and we have a drink called birch beer, which is kind of like root beer, but only they make it in Pennsylvania, I think. They only make it in Pennsylvania, I think. It tastes almost like wintergreen lifesaver mint. I don't think I've ever actually had to use Pepto-Bismol. I mean, it's like an antacid thing, isn't it? Use Gaviscon, I use that quite a bit. It's got kind of like what do you call it, an aniseed taste. Bye, Ava. See you next time. I think they mean a knife for cutting cheese with a little fork on the end of it. Where is it you live, DMic? Or DMC? No, well, kind of, it's kind of like, I'm trying to think of an appropriate comparison. Oh, no, wait, no, that's nasty, don't say that, that's rude. Well, yeah, ginger ale is a much lighter taste. Oh, it is nice on its own. By Detroit. Oh, right. The thing is, here in the UK, you can get ginger beer pretty much anywhere. There's loads of different varieties. Old Jamaica's really nice. Fentimans and Krabbies are really good. Although you need to watch with the Krabbies because they also do an alcohol version. But they do a non-alcohol version as well. And I've been getting these drinks recently. It's not quite ginger beer, but it's called Gunna, and they basically make these ginger based soft drinks. They do one that's lovely. It's ginger and cola. Can't get that at the moment. So what I've done is I've just got a couple of cases. There's one that's raspberry and lemon with like a hint of ginger, and that's really nice. Just try that today. And then they do one that's just ginger and aromatic flavors, and that's lovely as well. But ooh, living in a world without ginger beer, ooh, no. Don't think I'd want that. Bars actually used to make good ginger beer. They used to do a really good cream soda as well. But like every company, they've messed their things up because they're trying to put less sugar in it to avoid the sugar tax. Yeah, ginger beer is far more robust than ginger ale. Maybe a bit sweeter as well, and fierier, depending on the ones you get. Cream soda is really good, but it's one of those things that's really easy to mess up. And I'm having a really hard time these days finding. I'm having a hard time finding soft drinks I can drink. So what I've actually ended up doing is I've been ordering like maybe once a month, if they're not too badly priced. I'll just order a case of ones off Amazon that I know I can drink. Because so many of them are putting artificial sweeteners in, which I can have a little bit now and again, but they really mess up my throat if I have too much of them. Bad for my skin too, actually. But yeah, bars used to actually do like a really, really nice cream soda. I wasn't the biggest fan of bars drinks, but the cream soda was nice. And shockingly, the Morrisons used to do this was years back though. They used to do like 1 litre bottles of their own cream soda that was actually really good. Well, they did like the kind of regular cheap one, which wasn't that nice. So then they did like they've got most supermarkets have the deluxe fancy range, which is usually nonsense. But in this case, the cream soda was actually nice. It did taste different. Can't get it at all anymore. A&W cream soda. Well, the thing is with A&W, we can't really get them too readily here in the UK. I think they sell them, but you'd need to go like eBay, Amazon, or one of those specialty shops. I think. I swear to God, mate, if I get a copyright strike because of your fucking jingle, I'm gonna print it out and insert it in you. Right, A&W. A&W soda. A&W cream soda. Wait, that's the colour of the cream soda? I've only ever seen it be clear. That's concerning. Oh, champagne cola. That sounds nice. No, I've never had that. Let's track that down next. Keurig Dr. Pepper. Pepper. That's probably nothing to do with actual Dr. Pepper, though, right? Because I think Dr. Pepper's made by Coke, aren't they? Stocker Room. Well, the bars one I was mentioning, that's actually clear. Distribution. Does it mention distribution here? No, it doesn't. Currently all about AW root beer. References. Oh, they're a restaurant chain as well. I didn't know that. No, I didn't know cream soda could be that colour. I've only ever seen clear ones. Here we go. Right, cream soda, sweet carbonated soft drink, traditionally flavoured with vanilla and based on the taste of a classic soda. Wide range of variations found around the world. In fact, it's probably blue in some places. Right. Vanilla cream soda. Barks. Never heard of it. Oh, that's just in the United States. Right. Come on, behave. I'm trying to look at the chat. American cream soda has color. Change color. Some flash stones. Out of curiosity, Tingly Voice asked, how many are a couple minutes to you all? A couple is always 2. No, a couple is 2. It's any more than that's a few. So if you say a couple minutes, people are expecting about 2 minutes. If you mean longer than that, it should probably be a few minutes. I can't make out the specific song, but you know, it's all Ice Cream Van tunes sound the same to me. It actually sounds like the Popeye theme tune. Actually, that's what it sounds like to me. Skinny Iron Brew. Oh, I wouldn't touch that anymore. They messed with the recipe of that too. Oh, that's one thing I used to love with ginger beer. Get ginger beer and vanilla ice cream and put just a wee dollop of vanilla ice cream in the ginger beer. That was so good. I'm making my mouth water now thinking about it. I've not had that for a long time. Root beer is made with sarsaparilla. It's it's not unpleasant, but it does taste a bit like some medicines. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm strong to the finish, so I eat me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Oh yeah, I was trying to get to the United Kingdom. Here we are. Yes, here we go. The United Kingdom. Our proper brands of soda now. Here we are. Yes, I've never heard of that one. Let's see. Yeah, in the United Kingdom, AG Bar, Ben Shaw's. Oh, I need to see if I can find that one. Oh, that kind of shows. Got brand. Yeah, they used to make Red Rooster, didn't they? Before they got all fancy and they started overcharging for it, then it just disappeared. And DG Jamaica. And many supermarkets under the respective brands. Pacola. Ooh, I need to see. Okay, I didn't know there was others available. I knew the bar one, I knew the generic ones. I need to look for the others. Okay, Paul Fowler, should I call you Patty or Paul? I'm never sure. Also, hello. Hi, Joel, thank you. Do we have Stewart's root beer in the UK? I'm not sure. There is one I can get locally right now. It's right. I mentioned Fentimans. They do root beer, and there's one. Hang on, I'm going to check my refrigerator. Okay, there's a company called Bundaberg. They make a root beer they sell in the UK. Because they make other stuff as well. Somebody's talking about Daddy's brown sauce. Well, most of the clocks in my house, my computer, my phone, they'll do it themselves. I'll have to do the one in the kitchen. And I use my VCR. I haven't used the VCR in the living room for years, so I keep forgetting about the clock in that. So actually, the last time the clock's changed, I forgot to change it. Looking at it now, I just realised I won't need to change it. It's one of those things. Oh, I'll do it this weekend. I'll do it this weekend. Then months and months and months go by. And it's like, okay, I don't need to change it now. Stoker Whiteman. Yes, well done. It's a very small vicar. S. Pike. Did you finally find some fish for me? Oh yeah, you were really weird last chat, Warren. I'm just going to ignore you. HP is good. Daddy's is quite good as well. But you know what? Like the cheap supermarket brands you get, they're like 50, 60 pence. They're a bit runnier, but they still taste quite nice, I've found. S. Pike, okay, I won't ignore you if you promise not to call me Daddy again. I'm not taking responsibility for that. And I told your mother. That's tolerable, yes. What's your most favourite condiment, Hellfreezer? I use them all equally, I suppose. Well, no, I think salad cream. That's probably one of my favourites. I like that. Just like I like to sometimes make just a big plate of chips and put salad cream on them. That's more of an indulgence than a meal, though. Yeah, Spike, I really don't like it when people call me that. It creeps me out. So don't. Let's put it this way. If I ever actually get my finger out, no pun intended, and get myself a girlfriend and she ends up calling me daddy, I'm just going to put her on a timeout till she stops it. I've got technically work, I don't need nursing work. Nope. And there. Next to Crow. So did I, actually. Creepy either way. It's not going to be a listing for everything, is it? Oh, it was popular before that, Stockhart. It's the thing, and if you like it, fine, as long as it's between people that are enjoying what they're doing, but don't voice it on people that don't want it. Yeah, chill out, everybody. Chill. I miss the white Christmas. I miss the snow. No, women calling themselves girl, that doesn't bother me. It's, whatever. Arnold playing A Christmas Carol. Hey, you boy, what day is it? Why, it's Christmas Day, sir.
I don't know, Mr. Scrooge, like the fire's gone out. I thought maybe I could put some coal on the fire.
Micah Halligan, I think, are you new? Did one a couple of weeks back, and there'll be one out tomorrow as well. It's called The Impractical Proudness of Parents. Those are entitled parent stories. Check it out. I think you might like it. I usually like to call people vegetables. Cabbage, potato, a carrot if they're being especially rude. Well, careful, Dexter Crow, you'll turn into a cup of tea. I don't know how, but that's the sort of thing my mother always said to me. So I started eating gold. Well, like I said, I only started them a couple of weeks back. And kind of like I do with the neckbeard videos, I'm making it bi-weekly at the moment. It's about nice girls' stories. Are they a bit like legbeards? Might look into them, because I've been considering looking at the nice guy stories, because I could probably fold them into the neckbeard videos, actually. In most cases. Oh, I do like... I'm not sure how rare it is, but I do like whenever someone's been rude to call them an impudent fool. Micah, I guess I could stop breathing, but that would be bad for all of us. I promise by the next stream I'll figure out a way to put a filter or something on to cut the breathing down a bit. I know there's ways to do it, I just haven't worked out how to do it yet. Yeah, nice girls, kind of like just nice guys. There's a lot of crossover traits between the neckbeards and legbeards. They just might not be into the same kind of things. Hi, bid boxy girl. Hi, Lilani. Lilani Clark. That name sounds familiar. I don't know you in real life, do I? Okay. Just name sounded familiar. I must have known someone with a similar name. Okay, I think we'll be on for about another 20 minutes. Nikki, my doctor thinks I have sleep apnea. Is there not like a thing they can give you to monitor that, Nikki? I thought there was some sort of machine you could wear that would monitor that while you slept, and they'd know. Oh, nice girls finish first, and then they blame everybody else if they don't. A stereotype of a human being. That is a big old cup of tea, yes. Well, Nikki, I hope that's being treated. Well, Tinkly Voice, you could possibly make another cup of tea. Steak. Oh, that does sound appealing. That's like slices of meat with cheese and on like a sub, isn't it? Good night, Rob. Thanks for stopping in. Good luck with your music. Bird Boxer Girl, Tales from Retail. Did I not do one last week? I thought I did one on Tuesday. Not sure. Could be Tuesday. Could be this Tuesday. Yeah, could be this Tuesday. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I'll either be that or Revenge, probably. Ooh, no. See, I can't think of the word hoagie anymore. I just, it's bad associations with that word. Now, let us all take a moment of silence for Dexter Crow's laptop. It was a loyal laptop, many years of service. Perhaps one day, maybe one day soon, when they plug their charger in, it will rise again. But for now, let us take a moment of remembrance. Those are all fine. Yeah, sub grinder hero. Just the word hoagie is associated with a certain coffee aficionado. Yay! The laptop returns. Jen, oh, some people just like to be the martyr, Jen. Yes. You want people to chip in, then ask before you start, mate. Hi, Bella. Oh, that's okay, Bella. I'll be going myself in about 15 minutes or so. Unless I lose track of time. Weather over here wasn't bad. It was quite sunny today, actually. Hoping for a bit more tomorrow because I could do with cutting the grass. First cut of the season. Thank you, Bella. Bye bye. Micah, yes, I do have a graphics tablet. I seem to have put it down somewhere now. Can't be bothered moving to find it. But this beautiful drawing you see before you, I did most of that with the graphics tablet. No rain so far today. Weather wasn't bad at all. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Joel. Hi, Barry. Yeah, what's your name there? Minadesu99? None of us like doing that either. Not the only country that has it, though. Well, I'm not bad, Barry, thank you. Well, I hope you don't have to do that either, Nicky. Seriously. Bye-bye, Micah. I'll have to do some tidying myself tomorrow, but it can wait till tomorrow. Nearly 10 o'clock, too late to be tidying. Well, Tingly Voice said the TV license basically just covers the BBC. I think in most places it's subsidised through ads, like you're at Channel 4 ITV, Channel 5, or you've got your paid services like satellite and cable. Yeah, get rid of the license. It's really not worth it. Stick ads in Doctor Who, I'd be fine with that. Might force them to make some better content. Yes, Barry, that is exactly what it is. Actually, where did I put my graphics tablet? I put it down when I got to check something. Oh, there it's right there. Try again. Hi, Whispering Times. I'm not digging the Femme Doctor Who though. Oh, I am on multiple levels. Story-wise, it's getting better. Plus, it's nice to experience what a lot of the female fans of Doctor Who, and some of the male fans obviously, experienced for a few years of being able to enjoy the show and kind of fancy the Doctor as well. I was trying to draw that at an angle, that didn't work. I used to be good at doing that sort of thing. It's like everything, if you fall into practice. Oh, man, I didn't think you meant because she's a woman. That's where the phrase spending a penny comes from, but these days it's between 20 to 50p. Could be a couple of pounds if you've had a big meal the night before. Ewan McGregor, yeah, he was in Trainspotting, along with Robert Carlyle and what Jim McCollum, Johnny Lee Miller. This is meant to be a television. I'm really not good at drawing straight lines free-handed. Ever heard Robin Williams' Scottish accent? No, he sounded like somebody doing a comedy Scottish accent. I mean, I've heard worse, but I've also heard far better. I love that man. Whispering Times. Well, yeah, it does, but when you're trying to freehand it. Yeah, but it does seem a bit more. Takes a lot more getting used to drawing on a tablet. That's why I'm doodling about on these streams. Good night, Joe. Barry, I'm probably going to be signing off in a couple of minutes. No, it's alright, Barry. I'll probably stream again next week if I have time. Whispering Times, have I eaten yet? No. Well, I had a couple of wraps earlier, but I haven't had dinner yet. I think I'm having a stir fry or something. No, what I was thinking was, I wanted to run an idea about you guys while I have you as a captive audience. Is if I can figure out a way to get the chat into VR, would you be interested in running around Google Earth in virtual reality and just having a little bit of a look at things? Sherry, I come up with Hell Freezer when I joined the Internet Movie Database to IMDb to post on there in their message boards back when they used to have message boards. And I just I think I played around with words until I come up with it. And I think it came from Hell Freezes Over. And that, I quite like the sound of that. It may have been subconsciously influenced by Hellblazer, but I'm really not 100% sure about that one. But I thought that sounds cool. Hell Freezer it shall be. And I've been Hell Freezer Online ever since. Whispering Times, let's knock that off, shall we? I don't eat too late. I wake up late, and I eat at a reasonable time for someone who's on the schedule I am. Well, no, Stalker White, I mean, you wouldn't need virtual reality to watch it. I'd be in VR, and you guys would be with me, because there are ways to get like the chat stream into the VR environment so I can bring it up and look at it. But you guys would just watch on a screen. Jackbox says, see, the thing is, I'm wary of playing like full on. I'm playing full on games. I figured Google Earth would be safe to use because, it's YouTube, it's Google. They're all Google products. Um, and I didn't discover recently. I knew they did it, but I recently kind of became enamored of the idea of this. They might not have done this for the area you guys live in, but I'm sure they'll have it for some of them. Whereas they've taken, it looks like satellite data and a whole bunch of pictures from like the Google car and whatever else, and they've used those to extrapolate a 3D environment. Right, so it's not Street View. You can still use Street View, but you essentially just go down into the map and there's a 3D representation of, in my case, the does T count as water? Yeah, actually it does. And a 3D environment, in my case, of the town I live in, which everything looks kind of melted, but it's kind of freaky how familiar it feels because the scale and everything is pretty close. Um, and I was actually surprised to see they'd done it for my town, but they might be doing like major cities first and then extrapolating out because my town is quite near a major city, quite near two major cities actually technically if you think about it. No, I think tea counts as water because there's no sugar or anything in it. Well, if you put sugar in it, obviously. But Mr. Hellfreezer's ruled. Yeah. In my case, when I have tea, it's basically just a tea bag in water, so it counts. Only bad thing in it is caffeine. Yeah, that's the thing. I was actually I went on and I went to Paramount Studios last night and I managed to find Stage 9, which is where they shot Star Trek. Oh, Barry, don't be so literal. Well, I think coffee's more likely to dehydrate you, is it not? Maybe. There was something. I'd have to check it up. Jennifer, I've been kind of enjoying some of Discovery. I didn't actually enjoy the last episode that much. Most of the ones before that I thought were quite good. I'm looking forward to the Picard show. And I'm sure they'll eventually make another film. It's just a matter of working the money out for that one. And the way I see it is, I don't expect a lot from the films with Chris Pine and that. They're just they're the spectacle for me, and I'm fine with them being just a spectacle. And the TV shows can focus on story, which I'm sure is what we'll get from the Picard show. Don't personally care about the Giorgio spin-off because as much as I like Emperor Giorgio, she's evil, so I'm not going to be watching a show rooting for her as a character. And personally, I don't care about the animated series. It's just not for me. Stockard Whiteman, I never got into Star Trek. Okay, I'm going to have to ban you from the chat, I'm afraid. I didn't think anything would ever push me over that edge, but here we have it. Section 31. I think they're doing a pilot, at least, of Section 31. And personally, don't think it's needed, but I don't have to watch it, so. And I might not. Welcome back, Tingly Voice. Oh, I'm going to have to ban so many of you. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Star Trek suck. Well, if you go to a convention and you meet the right person, I could. Tingly Voice. You can start the banning streak with me. Okay, let's just agree that we're all banned and move on. Generally, I prefer Star Trek over Star Wars, but Star Wars has its moments. Although I've not really been able to get into any of the new stuff. Oh, I've seen Battlestar Galactica. I take it you're talking about the Ron Moore one. Well, I've seen the other one as well. Yep, certainly will watch a new Picard show. I'm assuming it'll be next year before it's out. They have said 2019, but I'd be very surprised if they actually make it by that date. Who's your favourite fleet captain? I don't think we met a lot of fleet captains, did we? The only one I can think of is Pike. Sherry Flanagan, do you live in the US? No, I live in Scotland. You do not listen to my son because I don't have any children. Captain Catherine Janeway, I'm going to strand you all in the Delta Quadrant, even though I could get you home very quickly by the end of the episode. For reasons. You might be thinking of a joke I made with fun with failure. But yeah, I think Dallas is probably about the same age as me. Maybe a little. I'm not actually sure how old he is, but I don't think there's much of a difference between us. That's weird. Stockard Whitman just posted a comment, but it was blank. Hi, the Green Bee. Do you like The Nightmare Before Christmas? It's been quite a while since I've seen it, but yes, I did quite enjoy it. Actually, I can't remember the name of the guy that did that. It was the same guy that did Coraline, which I also liked. Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas wasn't really a Tim Burton film, though he didn't. I think it was his idea, but he didn't make it. If you have a PO box, I can send you a poster. I don't have a PO box now. They're very, very expensive. Yeah, it wasn't Tim Burton, actually. Let me look this up, get the guy's name. Yeah, but a lot of people got mad, wrongly, when on the Coraline poster they put from the maker of The Nightmare Before Christmas, because they thought people were misleading them. It's like, no, it's literally the guy who made A Nightmare Before Christmas. A Nightmare Before Christmas. That's not how you spell that. Come on, tiny keyboard, don't fail me. Rawr. It's actually not a night, it's just Nightmare, isn't it? The Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, there we go. Yeah, produced by Tim Burton, but he didn't actually make it. Henry Selick. There we go. Who also did Coraline, I believe. Yeah, he did Coraline, Monkey Bone, James and the Giant Peach, and things I've never heard of. Movie people like that you hate. Ooh, I'd have to give that one quite a bit of thought. Oh wait, no. I don't think hate's the right word, but I have tried on several occasions to watch the Lord of the Rings films, and I think I made it about half an hour at most before I just went and turned it off. Not for me, but not everything's for everybody. Remember Shazam from the 80s? I don't think I watched that. Green Bee, favourite colour is, well, black to be honest with you, but if I'm not allowed black, then purple. Either one of those. Oh, wait, no, what you're talking about, yeah. There's a film called Kazam with Shaquille O'Neal, and I think a lot of people are just mixing those two up. Guess which colour yours is? Well, alright, I'm going to say green, but I feel like I'm walking into a trap there. I've seen every Harry Potter movie and read all the books. Well, all the actual Harry Potter books. Although I haven't seen the last Fantastic Beasts film yet. Is it even out? I mean, I thought the first Fantastic Beasts one was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't awful. It was fine. Fair enough, Ashley. It's not really interesting though. It's just a choice. That's okay, Tingly Voice. I believe in myself about 20 minutes ago. I did. I drew a green bee. Well, I think the mistake of those films is they should have just focused on young Dumbledore. Yep, that's right. I left. Not here anymore. The next one, I'm hoping to record some possibly tomorrow. I was going to do it tonight, but my throat's a bit rough right now. Maybe up by next Sunday. See, that would be interesting. Young Dumbledore waving his wand around, also doing some magic. Makes people call him Dumbledick. Well, I think the idea is we don't know if it was Dumbledore or Grindelwald that actually killed her. Yeah, I left. I'm not here. Bye, bitch. No, I think it was a stray bolt of magic from one of the wands that ended up killing thingy. I've seen Alien. I'm not sure if I've seen Full Metal Jacket. Saw Independence Day. Well, I haven't seen the new one yet. I'm waiting for both parts to come out. Same as I'm doing with the Avengers films. Wait till Endgame comes out, then I'll watch Infinity War before. Actually, nope, don't really have any conspiracy theories. Starting to sneaky yawn. I enjoyed Farscape. I don't really miss it. Torchwood, the Miracle Day made me not miss it. They had all the right elements there. They had the money, they had the cast. They just didn't have this story. Hi, Louise. Thank you. Bye, Whispering Times. Feel free to send a plate over to me. You shouldn't be able to post links. Unless that's one of the changes they've made recently. Because you couldn't before. People tried. I know, I saw it. I'm just doodling. There's somebody watching television with pound signs on it, and there's a giant green bee. Hi, Payuki. Draw a tingly voice. Good night, Green Bee. Nice to see you. What's wrong with you? I give them lovely green eyes. The eyes are uneven because the voice is so tingly, it's causing them to be uneven. I mean, it's obvious. That really only applies if you're in the UK, though, the clock forward thing. Oh, for heaven's sake, fine, I'll give you brown eyes. If I can find brown. Where's the eraser? There it is. What colour is your hair? I might make you a redhead. That's brown too. How adventurous. Almond brown? No, sorry, Almond. I don't do that on streams. I just like to mess around and chat to people and answer questions. Save the storytelling for the actual videos uploaded. Technically, I finished streaming about 34 minutes ago, so. That's not how you spell that. Ooh, no, I don't like orange juice with the pulp. I like it smooth. I know, I fixed it. Thank you, Echo. Okay, I probably should go now. Put the pen away. There we go. Right, I might stream next week. I'm not sure. Doing at least once a month. Every other one's a bonus. So I'm gonna head off for that. So until next time, thank you very much for listening, and take very good care of yourselves.